This video is designed to help school personnel understand why and how ViewPoint is the best solution for collecting stakeholder input. The professionals at Tetra Analytics have decades of experience collecting data from school stakeholders and understand how sensitive and demanding this process can be. Collecting stakeholder input has to be much more than simple surveying. Because it navigates sensitive political waters, poor data collection systems could result in everything from apathy to outraged participants. We created ViewPoint to avoid the headaches and recognize 4 objectives in collecting stakeholder input. One reason schools choose ViewPoint is to satisfy stakeholder input requirements. Additionally, we encourage schools to use these data for school improvement. However, we understand how external demands can make teachers and other school professionals feel mistrusted. Despite some schools' reticence in collecting these data, every school will want to make the best of this and honor their stakeholders and the time they take to provide feedback. ViewPoint surveys are short, easy to read, in multiple languages, and ask only what needs to be asked. ViewPoint reports make all these data accessible to school administrators, and beyond if so desired. The best way to show respect to those who spend their time in the process is to collect the best possible data. No other data collection tools have as much empirical support as those created by Tetra Analytics. Because high participation is important to providing valid responses, ViewPoint was designed to minimize time spent responding, all while covering the most important school issues. We also allow some tailoring of methods to reduce burdens on parents. Needless to say, there are many challenges to collecting stakeholder input. Time is required to schedule data collection periods, solicit participation, respond, obtain and understand data summaries, share the results, and then decide and implement solutions. That's a lot of time. ViewPoint was designed to place much of the time burden on Tetra Analytics. Our tools are easy for schools to deploy and even easier for respondents to complete. Our reports are instantly accessible and provide readable data summaries that promote interventions that work. Our data collection tools have a history of valid responding. Over 15 years, more than 2,500 schools have consistently gotten responses from enough of their stakeholders to trust their data. Despite the additional complexity of mandated stakeholder input, ViewPoint will provide each school with the best chance for valid responding where it's needed. Tetra Analytics designs its tools with confidentiality in mind. Respondents either need a specific digital code to participate or need to be the recipient of an email. Even when a respondent enters ViewPoint using a link from an email, the collected data cannot be linked to the individual who provided them when the survey is complete. Tetra Analytics also designs its systems to maximize security. Access to reports requires administrators to enroll at Tetra and log into our secure servers using unique usernames and passwords. Despite its challenges, gathering stakeholder input can work, and Tetra Analytics has the solutions. Let's take a look at how ViewPoint gathers data from both elementary and secondary schools. First, elementary schools have a principal, teachers, students, and their parents. It's easy to see how we gather data about the school and principal as there is only one of each. To gather data on each teacher from students and parents, we need to verify the name of that teacher for that child. School leaders can request parents with multiple children in that school be asked to respond for only one child and their teacher alone, or to respond for additional children as well. With ViewPoint, that decision is under the control of the school. Secondary schools are more complicated in general. They have an administration, which can be one or more individuals. Because ViewPoint items address constructs under the control of the principal, results can be thought of as a reflection of that individual alone. Secondary schools also have teachers, students, and their parents. Again, data regarding the school and administration/principal are easy to gather. The greatest challenge lies in how to gather data from students and parents for each teacher. You can see that the connections here are complicated. However, those connections can be simplified with a little planning. As an aside, it should be noted that there are 2 extreme approaches to gathering these data from parents, both of which can be disastrous. First, trying to collect data from every parent regarding every teacher their child or children have would destroy response, leaving the little data collected from well-meaning parents useless. Schools will also likely get phone calls from the understandably frustrated parents who receive lots of emails requesting participation. Additionally, teachers will be angry that their evaluation likely uses invalid data. The second extreme would be an open system that allowed anyone the chance to go online and provide feedback to any number of teachers, regardless of that person's relationship to that teacher. Think of the website Rate My Professor. This system would be rife with fraud and provide uneasy teachers with good reason to revolt. ViewPoint allows schools to program reasonable sampling methods that control the burden and avoid the fraud. Plus, these data can be collected throughout the year, ensuring lots of opportunities to obtain adequate samples. For the students, the methodology there also uses sampling. One well-planned administration of ViewPoint should yield valid data, and multiple administrations can create a large data pool for each teacher. The first step to data collection is for administrators and people in the school or district acting for them to obtain a username and familiarize themselves with our user interface. Further steps include communicated expectations for participation to each stakeholder group, encouraging participation, monitoring data collection progress, and sharing results. A complete video on conducting Snapshot is available at our website and will be quite helpful to those conducting ViewPoint. Of course, ViewPoint is slightly different from Snapshot, requiring a little additional effort from the schools. To complete ViewPoint in the elementary schools, we require a roster of teachers. This roster includes the teacher name and email address for each certified teacher at the school. The roster is a one-page Excel spreadsheet easily uploaded using our website. When the data collection window opens, participants will navigate to www.tetrastart.com and enter the appropriate 6-digit code. Each school has a separate code for students and teachers. Those codes can be found on our website by the principal after logging in. To complete ViewPoint in the secondary schools, we require a roster of teachers as well as the names of the school's class periods, first, second, or 1A, 1B, etc., terms the students will recognize. Students will be asked for the name of their teacher for a randomly selected period, then respond to items about that teacher. Again, when the data collection window opens, participants will navigate to www.tetrastart.com and enter the appropriate 6-digit code. For parents, we require a parent roster. That roster includes the email addresses of the teachers who are to be evaluated during this administration of ViewPoint and the associated parent names and emails. It too is uploaded using our website. To participate, parents will receive an email with a link that takes them right into ViewPoint. Instructions and examples for each of these uploaded rosters will be readily available, and again, we are always just a phone call away. Once the data collection window closes, reports are immediately available online. Certainly, ViewPoint was designed to accomplish stakeholder input needs, but it was also designed to provide schools with a complete snapshot administration and report. We didn't want the opportunity to collect valid and valuable information to pass. Access to these reports are available online at our website after logging in. Also available on our website are videos that provide complete descriptions of the report, how to understand the data summaries, and how to apply the results to school improvement planning. The first report you see is an aggregation of responses across all snapshot focal points. This is the standard snapshot report. It has a lot of useful information about instruction, peer relationships, leadership, collaboration, parent involvement, and community support. Every school should be encouraged to examine their report and employ these data in all school improvement planning. As part of ViewPoint, principals will be granted access to individual teacher reports that provide a summary of the data about that teacher from both students and parents. These reports are in the same format as the standard snapshot report. Thus, understanding the snapshot report will ensure an understanding of the individual teacher reports. In summary, ViewPoint will help schools complete requirements for stakeholder input without the anticipated headaches. ViewPoint is easy for participants to complete and collects data that participants readily see can be used for school improvement. Data from thousands of schools and millions of students and parents confirm the importance of these conditions and the validity of the data we collect to summarize them. And finally, we value everyone that participates in ViewPoint. We only ask what's necessary to help schools do their best. We hope this video helped. Please let us know.